Welcome to the Prophets in Pajamas podcast. I'm Danielle to teach, or Coach Danny D, and I help women entrepreneurs and professionals to achieve their personal success stories that include joy, fulfillment, and balance. This is where we talk about how to build your business in a way that allows you to work with ease, be successful, and enjoy your life. My happy place is spending as much time in my PJs as humanly possible. And I want to help other women find their happy space while running profitable businesses or having a successful career. So get comfortable and let's dig in. Hello and welcome to the Prophets in Pajamas podcast. I am your coach, Coach Danny. I am your host, Coach Danny D, here always helping you to redefine success beyond the grind. Find that space where you're living in your purpose and you are doing it in a way that is full of joy and fulfillment, right? Because that's what we're here for. So I'm really, really excited to bring this guest to you. I told y'all I meet amazing people and then I want y'all to meet these same amazing people because they make me smile. So I know they're gonna make you smile as well. So I'm excited to invite Nakia to the show. And I'm gonna do a brief intro. Y'all know when I know somebody, I gotta embellish it a little bit because of my experience of them. Um, but I'll start with the actual intro. So Nakia LaSalle,
Let's
LaShaul, LaShaul. Make sure we're getting it right. Is a director of HR with 20 plus years experience of corporate leadership and a published award-winning author and a savvy business owner. Nakia created HR Exhale as a sanctuary for HR leaders who who are tired of being everyone's safe space with nowhere to go for themselves. I'm gonna pause right there because that is in and of itself is such a great thing because I know there's so much that, when you are pouring into others that needs to be poured back out.
hmm
And go solo trips because she believes in travel, believes travel is one of the most powerful forms of self-care. I'm gonna pause again, girl. Cause like I that statement says so much because we need to we need to explore. We need to
Yes,
definitely explore the world.
yes.
Nakia literally and figuratively moves through the world on her own terms and she's here to talk about it all. And y'all, she does literally move through the world because she leaving us. She came to New Orleans and I was honored to meet her. And in this short time that I've known her, she's made such a big impact and just somebody that I just enjoyed conversation with, company, and and just as quick as I feel like she came in, she's moving, she's leaving. So I'm a little sad, but a little excited as well because I know that she's going on a new adventure and we're gonna have something interesting to watch and follow, and amazing things are going to be a part of that. So welcome, welcome. I'm gonna give you a little space to talk about yourself as well, but I just want to welcome you to the show.
Thank you, Coach. One of the things I said I have to do before I leave here is come on this podcast because I'm leaving in a couple days, and it has been a pleasure, like meeting you and the other women that you are connected to. Like you ladies are New Orleans for me and
Oh,
will forever have a place right here, you know,
oh,
as I move about the world. Like this is exactly what I envisioned for myself. I
yeah.
couldn't have I couldn't have written this chapter of my life.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much that happened in such a short period of time, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like I talk a lot about connection and community and
hmm
I don't know, time is has passed so fast recently. So I'm gonna say maybe 15 years ago, I was totally team no new friends, no, like I was
Yeah.
like What? I don't know you. Like that was my way of being. And I slowly met adult friends, right?
Yes, it's
And
different.
like really good ones. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then I started to realize I'm like, wait, hold up. There's something, there's something here. And being, I think part of it is being on your healing journey. When you're
Hmm.
on your healing journey, you attract people that need to be in your life, in your
Yes,
space.
yes.
But I think part of it is just the openness of it and understanding the importance of community. And so knowing that we met maybe in January, like if that, like,
I don't even remember. It could have
but
been,
it was not,
yeah.
it was not that long ago, right?
No,
Like it
no.
was really not that long ago, but we connected and we had so many things in common and just, um knowing that that exists, like a lot of people say, well, I don't know I don't have these types of friends. Open yourself up.
Yes.
Open yourself up and
And
look
trust
at,
yourself. You got to
yes,
trust your
yes.
discernment.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Total discernment. I'm team discernment. I'm like, who
Yeah.
all over there? I'm
Got to
still
trust
who
it.
all over there. But like, I'm
Yeah.
not close to friendship, but I still am paying attention to the cues that this person is a person that, could be a good friend, right?
Mhm.
So we have to be open to that, but we also have to look within sometimes too, because sometimes we are carrying baggage that may block us from seeing those opportunities at friendship. And again, it doesn't have to be somebody you knew for 1,000 years.
No.
Like,
At this age, I think the filter works a lot quicker than it used
yes,
to, right? Back in the day, like it'd be 5, 10 years before I knew someone wasn't good for me.
right,
Today, I know one, two encounters.
right,
First one, I may recognize it. The second encounter, I'm like, I was spot on,
right,
and that's a no for me,
right.
right?
And there's
And
nothing wrong with that either.
no,
Like,
no,
just as much as there's nothing wrong with connecting to somebody quickly, there's nothing wrong with disconnecting quickly
hmm,
as well. Because there's some people that I'm like off rip. I was like,
no.
nope.
It's
Like that's a
nothing
no.
about them. It's just we don't mesh.
Right.
And that's okay.
And
It's
that's
like you
okay.
don't have
Yeah.
to mesh with
They don't have to
everybody.
be a bad person. They don't
No.
have to. We just don't,
Hmm.
we're not meant to be.
Hmm.
Everybody's not meant to be a part of your circle,
No.
but be open to the idea of people joining your circle.
Yes. Which thank you for the opportunity to join your circle. I was telling someone recently, this was like last Friday. I said, "Oh my goodness, the time that I've been here, I have met the most like amazing, forward-thinking, success-driven, purpose-driven women here in New Orleans." So in my mind, that's what New Orleans is full of. And she said, because she's here, she said, "No, you met
Right.
yourself here,
Right. Right.
right?"
But that's a great point because
Yeah.
I'm what they call born and raised. I've been here my whole life. So no, I
Yeah.
don't know that most people would describe the city that way, right?
Hmm.
And that's no diss to the city. I think that that's
No.
true of anywhere. But I think it is just law of attraction. Like I think
Yes.
it's the energy that you put out will pull in certain people
It's
and a lot
always
of times
her.
detract people. Because like, sometimes you meet somebody and they don't like you and you don't know why they don't like you because you didn't do anything to them. But it's your energy is disturbing them.
Yes.
And that's cool. We don't belong
Yeah.
together. That's
Yeah.
fine. It's absolutely fine. But I believe that to be true. The
Hmm.
more you find yourself, the more you find your people.
It's true. And that's exactly what she said. And I said, point taken. I
Yeah,
did because I found people that were just like me. Like
right.
they're the only people that wanted to hang around me.
Right.
right? Like other people weren't even looking to be
No,
around.
they
So
like,
I
what
kept
y'all
my
doing?
friends
Why
there.
y'all meeting? What y'all,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
but
that's, hey, it's okay.
yeah.
It's all right. But I have fun with my people. I don't.
Exactly. Like I met women, we could talk business, kids, creativity, travel. Like we could speak those languages because we're all doing the same and moving in the same direction. And that's really, really, really important for me. Not that I don't want to meet people that aren't doing those things, but I can be my full self
Yes. Yeah.
around people like that. I don't have to hide, diminish my light,
That
right? I don't
part.
have to do any of those things. So that's important to me to be around women that I don't have to play small. I
Right.
can I can play the Jolly Green Giant and my friends
Right.
are there, go Giant.
That part, like excited about it. That's the
Yeah.
thing is like that true and real excitement for
Yes.
one another. It's
Yes.
like, you know, no matter what I'm doing, like you're like, I'm about to do this, and I'm like, tell me more. Like, like what's happening next? What did you think about this? Like,
Yes.
that
Yes.
is something that's
Iron sharpens
invaluable,
iron.
you know because I think a lot of times, even people that are in proximity to us are not cheering for us.
No.
Like,
Because they don't know what they're cheering for. They
no,
don't understand it.
no, no, they still got their stuff to work through. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's fine. But like, I've experienced in different stages of my life, I've experienced the friend that when they thought we were on equal playing field or they thought they were doing more
Mm-hmm.
was a good
A
friend.
better friend.
Yeah. And then when the table shifted, because it's always going to be somebody's season, right? Like, we might be in the season at the same time, but we may not.
Girl, and my season today, yours tomorrow.
Right. And so I've had the experience to where all of a sudden the energy and the friendship changed when it wasn't their season. And, I just look at it for what it is and okay, well, I see you and I see who is there. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
so we just work from there. But it is just, again, I think the more that you heal yourself, you attract those and be yourself, right? And stop wearing someone else's clothes.
That's
You,
knowing yourself, knowing
yes,
who you are.
yes.
Yeah.
And you start attracting those right people for
Yeah.
you. You start attracting those right opportunities as well. So things start just coming out the sky that you're like, where did that come from exactly? Like,
Hmm.
like there's so much you can plan for, but then there's just stuff that's going to just come together for you.
Yes. Yes. And that's what I love about the season of life that I'm in because but this is something that I always feel and I say this all the time. I mean, when has it not worked out for you, Nakia?
Right.
And then I'm like, well, it's always worked out. And so I move in that direction. Like it always works out. I always meet great people. So I'm expecting that. So everything
Right.
that I expect, I am going to have.
Right.
So I'm going to have great people. I'm going to make great money. I'm going to, like, these things are
Right.
just going to happen for me because I believe that.
And I think that's very important what you said, like the belief of it all, right?
Hmm.
Because now it like tenses me up when I'm around somebody and I feel that negative energy, right?
Yeah.
Like of it's not necessarily that this is like a mean person or anything like that, but just that they are expecting the worst, right?
Hmm.
And I'm like, well, you calling that into existence. Like, why not be optimistic? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a realist. And so that's not
Yeah.
always the easiest thing for me because, you know, that discernment piece sometimes is like, yeah, no, I can see the writing on the wall here,
Yes.
right? But sometimes we are writing the story. It's not the writing on the wall, it's the writing inside of our head.
Oh, that's a word.
You know what I'm saying? Like we are
Yeah.
sitting here creating this narrative that things are going to go badly or that there's nobody out there for me, or that, I could never possibly do these things, right? And then we wonder why we're stuck.
Look, because imagine changing that narrative in your own head to, I can have anything that I want. I can do anything that I want. I can go anywhere that I want and I'm going to be fine, that I'm going to be safe, right? I'm going to be able to return back home because what's the worst that can happen? I got to
Right.
start over?
Right.
Let me tell you, I have moved one, two, three times in my life, sold everything that I own, and I have two pieces of luggage. And I've always come
It's
back
always
on
come
top
together.
every single time. And the reason why it comes back is one, I don't covet things. I don't care about this stuff. I'm going to always be able to get some more. And I believe in my own power. I believe in my own self to be able to get up, go get what I need. And resettle. I just believe that that's going to happen every single time. I'm going to be led to where I should live. I'm going to be
Mm,
led to where I should work. And I have criteria for all of these things. Okay. So if I'm going to go and get a new job somewhere, I want these things. And I
right.
list them and I think about these things. So when I'm interviewing, this doesn't align. This is a no for me because I'm never going to be hard up
Right.
thing,
Right.
right? This is how I want to live. So this is what I'm looking for when I want to live somewhere. These are the type of women that I want to be around. And I know where to find these types of
Mm-hmm.
women because they're going to be where I'm at.
Right. Right. Because they,
So I'm
because
just
they
going to
like what
go
I
there.
like.
Exactly. So I'm just going to go there,
Right.
you know?
And I hadn't thought about it in that way, but like just sitting here and thinking about it right now, like I think that so many people do not believe in themselves
Mhm.
and do not believe in what is meant for them, right?
Yeah.
And I think that because of that, they're sitting stuck and stalled. And, you know, and I'm just thinking about in my own life, like different things that did not make sense, but I decided was gonna happen. and and they have happened, right? Like, I tell people when they do, like, I'm not a big New Year's resolution person, but
Me
if
either.
that's your jam, I said always put two or three things on there that are absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, mm,
And what I found year over year is the ridiculous thing usually is the first thing to happen
because you believe it.
because you believe it, because you believe that it could happen. And even if you like only kind of halfway sorta, like they said, the faith of a mustard seed, even if you only halfway sorta, you like, well, that's crazy. But whatever. It's something about allowing yourself to believe it
Yeah.
that it comes true. And it's something about how you start moving differently
Yes.
in that belief. You start, you shift how you're acting and how you're responding. But if you're coming in with this defeatist, like everything is going to fail
It
perspective,
will.
it will.
It will.
Your body and your mind believes whatever you tell it. You choose what you tell it.
And that's like self-speak is so important.
Yes.
Like, not the conversations you have with your friends so much when they're cheering you on, it's the conversations that you are having with yourself. Like, when I tell you, I believe in my own magic. I
Yes.
believe in it. I believe that I can take nothing and turn it into something. I
Yes.
believe that I can have exactly what I want, right? I'm going to have
Yes.
the essence of what I want because sometimes I don't even have the full picture of what it is, but I
Right.
know I have the essence of it. And then
Right.
when I get it, I'm like, this is it.
Right. Right. The thing I've
This
been
is
looking
it.
for, like,
Yes, like I got it. And then I get hyped up. I hype myself up. I'm like,
Yes, you
you did
have
it again,
to.
girl. You thought it and you got it.
You have to. You have to. You have to have, I always talk about possibility, right? You have to live in a world of possibility,
Yes.
because anything is possible. Like, and that sounds crazy to somebody who is like pessimistic, but it is
Mm-hmm.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Anything is possible. There's so many things that logically do not make sense, but they've happened. And, it is what it is. Like you
Yes.
have to have um that possibility. You have to have that trust and that wherewithal to like move in it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we're like, I just, it hurts me sometimes when I see somebody that doesn't feel that, and I'm like, but girl, if you just if you just a little, like if you give me an
But
inch, like
because they're operating under, and I'm gonna call this imaginary fear.
yes.
Because you don't even know what you're scared of, but you're just
Mm-mm.
like, I'm just scared of what? Like, what is like when because do a lot of solo traveling, and people like, how do you go by yourself? Are you scared? I mean, am I scared at home? I don't know all the people that live around me
Right,
here.
right, right,
Like, I'm not afraid of that because what's the worst that's gonna happen? Well,
right,
all of those worst case scenarios can happen right here. I don't have to go across the
right,
world to have a worst case scenario. I could have that right here, but I have confidence that I'm gonna go and come back. Like I have confidence in that. But if let's say I don't care because my motto is I if I die on the way. Okay, I'm on my way somewhere doing
I
something
love it. Instead of
amazing.
sitting still.
Instead of
Yes.
sitting on the couch,
Yes.
right?
Like no,
Watching.
but
Yeah.
I truly believed, live your life full out, right? And to me, that doesn't mean, I think sometimes people think about that like if they got the call that they had 3 months to live, now they about to get up and go do like 4 million things. I don't know that that's it for me, right?
Mm.
Like there's things that are important to me, and I try to make sure I keep those things as a priority all the
Mm-hmm.
time
Mm-hmm.
so that I don't want to ever, like, I don't know, tomorrow might be the day. But if tomorrow's the day, then I know that I had my foot on the gas, up until the day. Like not that I was physically
Yes.
running, but that I made an impact, that you
Yes.
know, I raised a beautiful family, that I, you know, traveled, that I did all the things that mattered to me, that I wasn't waiting until, because well, when I retire, when the children graduate, when the this, when
No
the that,
guarantee.
there are no guarantees. My mother never made it to my age. Neither of my uncles. My cousin passed away 2 years ago. Like,
It's no guarantee. And let
it's
me
no
tell you,
guarantee that you're going to see all of these,
no.
80, 90, 100 years of life.
And why wait till the knees aren't
Right,
needing the way they used to get up and go? Now you can't sit on a plane for 10 hours or
right,
right. And here's the thing, people think, okay, and you don't have to start with an extravagant trip around the world, or you're not gonna start with making $10 million a month in your business. But I rejoice over making $10 in my business. I rejoice over like a couple of weekends ago, just drove out to Mobile, Alabama, because there was something that I wanted to see. But that's something you can do at
right
any
now.
time, right now. Like there is no one stopping you. The only person stopping you is yourself. Well, I don't have the money. That was just a full tank of gas there and back.
Right.
Like
But you
you
have the
have
money
it
for all kind of other
for the other things.
things that don't really matter. Like you don't think about it, but I know I'm an impulse purchase girl. I'll see something at the little checkout line, and if it's in a cute package gonna get me every time. I don't even need with the thing, whatever it is. Cute package gonna get me every single time.
It's the presentation.
It's the presentation. I love presentation and I love experiences.
Yeah.
That's me. That $20 though, if I left that on the shelf
Yeah.
and the 20, 30, 40 other things that over the month that I was going to pick up on. That's the money to go do the thing that I said that I couldn't afford to do.
That's it.
You got to be intentional about it. And like you said, it's not necessarily because it really might not be in your budget, right? Like if
Hmm.
you got, kids and this and that, maybe a trip to Spain is not in your
Hmm.
budget right now.
Yeah.
But what's stopping you from having a Spain night for dinner? You know what I'm saying? Like what's stopping you
There we go
from creating experiences every day
with what you have.
with what you have? Like, my husband, that's his running joke because he's like, okay, so if I plate dinner, it's just food on a plate. He's like, you make it into a whole like experience.
Experience.
Like I'm like, today
Yeah,
we gonna drink water out the fancy glass. It's not even a drink, it's
baby,
just some
I
water.
drink water, infuse water out of my wine glass because who
Thank you.
said you can only have
Wine in
wine
it,
in
right?
this glass?
So let's have the fancy glasses. Let's bring out the little dishes and make this something really
Yes,
special.
you
So
deserve
have
it.
those special moments in your life, in your business. I think that by starting small, you start to see, wait, I can make this life
Absolutely.
different.
Absolutely.
And then you start to see more possibility, right? Because then you're like, well, if I could do that, then maybe we could do like a road trip this weekend.
Yes.
And then maybe we could save up because there are lots of places that have like, the cheap trips. This is how
Hey,
next
just
thing you
and it's
know,
planning. Like
it's
just
planning.
plan for this. Like write down three places that I'd like to go this year. And let me tell you, you write that down, write the vision and make it plain so that he who reads it may run. And though the vision may tarry, it will surely come. You just got to wait for it. Write those three places that you want to go down. I guarantee you. You write them down and you believe them, you set them to your mind, it will happen. It's
Absolutely.
going to happen. Like, but you, things will start to appear to you once. I mean, you are literally calling the life that you want to you when you talk about it,
Absolutely.
when you speak about it, when you believe it. You are saying, come to me, life of my dreams. But
Right.
it's not going to come to you if you think from a scarcity mindset. And if you think
Right.
you can't have it, if you think you don't deserve it, so as a man thinketh, so is he.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think another part of that, when you said that about, calling it out in the universe, like leaning on your universe, right?
Yes.
I think a lot of times, like I see these memes all the time. That's like, you know, don't speak it until it happens, cause like it's like this whole
Yeah.
concept, like people come and try to destroy
Fear.
you need to find different people. Find some new people. If you're speaking your vision into the world
Yes.
and people are taking it and ripping it apart or trying to sabotage you, those are not good people. Find new people.
Mm-mm.
I can speak to from all sides of that situation
Yes.
just in the last 6 months of speaking, either whether it was me speaking or one of my sister friends speaking about what they envisioned
Yes.
and the conversations that happen. Like we did game night with Lanisha.
That
Lanisha
was,
was a
yeah.
guest on the
Yeah.
podcast, and we had game night and we played bootstrap economics together, and she talked about her movie. And the
Hmm.
next thing you know, we had been planned a whole premiere here in New Orleans. She had one in California where she's from, and we was like, well, we want one here.
That's how it
And
works.
we had a beautiful experience from that conversation. But that would have never happened if she didn't share her vision with us.
And you need that because I may have a resource that you need. So
Yes.
if you tell me, then I can say, I know this person and you should meet them and they can help you do this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Like the pieces are there, but if you never say I want this, the universe can't give it to you.
It's not going to happen. It's just going to be a dream. But dreams
Absolutely.
come true, but you gotta put some energy behind them. But
Right.
if you just keep it all to yourself, like there was this years ago, I went to this writers conference before I wrote my first book. And during the conference, I met other writers. And one girl said, "Hey, there's this writing workshop at the library here in it was in Vegas, here in Vegas. Do you want I'm gonna run over there. You want to come?" And I said, "Cool, let's go." And there was this woman there, and this is what made me publish my first book and not delay about it. This woman, she was much older, and she said she had like 10 manuscripts in a drawer in her house. She had sent them out, gotten rejected. She refused to publish them herself. So they were just sitting there. And in my
Mm.
mind, it typed out too, right? She had all these manuscripts in my mind. I just see a dusty drawer
Mm-hmm.
full of unrealized potential and dreams
Yes.
just
Yes.
sitting in that drawer, waiting for someone to tell her, yes, this is good enough.
Yes.
Yes, this is good enough. But she really didn't need that anymore because now you have
No.
all the tools to do it yourself. But she's
Right.
still waiting for someone to say, this is good enough to realize her dream of being an author, baby. You have these manuscripts, these words on printed paper. You are already an author, but you
Right.
won't ever realize it because you're waiting on permission to do
What
something
you
extraordinary
what God already ordained in you.
and given to you, and you've poured it out, but you're
He
waiting for a
ordained it and
yes.
then like illustrated your
You've
capability.
done it, but you're waiting on a yes from people you don't even know. You don't know
Right.
these people at the big five, right? You don't know them
You don't know them. And who said that they were qualified
to tell you that you're
to
good
tell you
enough.
what you could do?
So when I saw that, I said, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to ask permission. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do what I need to do. I needed that trip
Mm-hmm.
to that library for that opportunity because and then I did it. I think within 7, 8 months, by the time I went back to that conference the next year, my first book was published and I was working on the next one. Because to this day, thinking about that stack of manuscripts just does something to me. It gives me fuel. You
It
know what
it
I mean?
like it it does, but it also makes me so sad
It's sad, yeah. But sometimes
because
you need somebody else's cautionary tale
no, no,
of what
no,
not to do. Yeah.
absolutely. But it's just like I guess it's because one, just using that same example, after I published my book, I meet so many people with that
Yes.
same story.
Yes.
They've been writing this book for like 20,000 years, and I'm like, what's the holdup? Like, and I don't mean that any kind of way. I'm not, I understand everybody got their own journey, right?
No, I know. I know.
But 20 years, like, 10 years, 20 years that you're sitting on something, there's something else there that is
Fear.
holding you, and it's fear. And you got to work past that because God gave you that assignment for a reason.
Yes.
There's somebody that you wrote that book specifically for that you never even met,
And they're waiting,
and they're waiting for their answer, and you got it in a drawer
collecting
collecting
dust.
dust.
Oh,
And I don't want y'all, because I know how some of y'all are, y'all compartmentalize stuff. So because we talking about books, you act like we're not talking about you. Now I'm about to step on your toes too. It may not be a book. It may be you launching your business.
hmm.
It may be something personal. It may be just taking control of your life, right? Because the other side of that is our children are watching, whether you physically have children or not.
Yes.
They're watching. And when they see how you move and navigate, then they're like, well, I can do that too.
And they will, if you don't do it, you know what they inherit? Your fear,
Yeah,
right? Is that what you want your child or your nieces or nephews to inherit from you is fear?
right,
No, you don't. You want them to inherit, I can do anything,
right, right,
right? I can do anything. Like because I my son has watched me just do things. Like I remember when he said, "Oh, I'm gonna become a music producer and produce music." He went and did it.
right.
He said, "Oh, I'm gonna put my music on. I made a song. I'm about to put my song on Spotify." Like it's nothing because it's nothing to him.
Because he's like, you have an idea, you execute
You
it.
execute because that's what my mama does.
Right. And I've seen it
Yeah.
in action.
Yes.
And no, it's like I tell people all the time because my son is he's studying to be a mechanical engineer. My
Mm,
husband's a mechanical engineer. And I said, but he gonna do something different. He's gonna do something different. I said, because I watch him and I see both of our influence on
hmm.
who he is. And I said, I can't tell y'all what he gonna end up doing because it ain't invented yet. Whatever it is, it's going to be uniquely his creation, taking those two worlds and bringing them together
Yeah.
because he's seen what that looks like.
Yes.
And so he knows that I can go and create a career for myself and be wildly successful, or I can go and create a world for myself and be successful. And both things, can coexist. Like, so
Mhm.
I don't know where, I don't know where. I'm just excited, just on the sidelines,
To
just
see what
watching
happens.
to
Oh,
see what happens.
absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
and I don't have like a lot of people want to like pigeonhole their kids into some. No, friend, do you? I know that you're gonna be great at it because I know you have both the creative freedom and the like structured work ethic. So I know
You got it.
you got this.
Yeah.
But I think we have to we talk to our kids like this, right? But we have to live it for them to believe it.
Hmm.
Because we tell them they could do everything and anything they want to do. When children are small, you like you could do whatever, and they're like, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
a dinosaur when I grow up, and we tell them, yep, you could be a dinosaur, and but we don't have belief in ourselves to be things that we could actually be.
Yes. I mean, and most of the time, it just seems very hard, but it's things that you enjoy usually. If you start a business, it's usually something that you enjoy doing, so
Yes,
you turned it into something. And just starting to take these steps, and then the people who needed this, they come from nowhere. It's
absolutely.
like they come from nowhere. Like, oh, you're exactly the person I've been looking for. But they can't find you hiding in the house, running from your
In the
own
corner,
symptoms.
look, they're not gonna come in. They are not gonna come
No,
looking under the blanket to see if you are there.
if you're there. And
You have
can
to,
I get two of these doohickeys? You know,
right.
they don't know.
And you have to, people respond to confidence. And so if you don't seem certain, then now I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like if,
Mhm.
think about a time when you've gone somewhere and you ask, you're in the store or whatever, and you ask a question and they kind of answer you with that question in their voice. And I'm like, well, I don't want it no more now. Like,
Yeah.
because you don't sound like this work.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't sound like you like it. I wrote a book once, because I'm a binge writer. So when I write, I just write the whole thing and be done with it. So I wrote a book once, and I was telling my friend who's also a writer, and I write very serious fiction, like family saga. But so I wrote something light and fun. And I told her, I said, "Oh my goodness, I wrote a book and it's so funny and it's so sweet and I just love it." And she says, "Well, full of yourself, huh?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And she says, "Well, I mean, isn't that for your reader to decide whether it was light and fun and romantic?" And I said, "Absolutely not. Because if I don't laugh when I'm writing it, why
Right.
do
Then
I
it's
expect you to giggle?
right.
Like, if I didn't feel the love, right, why would I
Right.
expect you to? So I'm the first reader.
That part.
Like,
But
I don't,
I
how
think it just throws me off when people are off put by someone's confidence.
it, it's
I
true.
was on a call with some colleagues and I said something about coaching and what I do being my calling and my purpose. And I noticed this person who talk about God all the time tense up when I said that. And I'm just like, why that bother you? Because I'm not gonna shrink back
No,
because that's not what's called for. Because
no,
I have to walk confidently in what God called me to do. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to do it at my best level. And
no.
it's not, there's a difference between confidence and ego.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ego is if I thought that this was all about me, because it's not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing what God wants me to do because Danielle, on her own accord, would be sitting in the house minding her business. Um, so I'm an introvert. So this is all God.
It has
Like,
to be.
you know what I'm saying? Like, this is all God. Like, I could be chilling,
Yeah.
watching TV and planning my next trip. This is all God.
Yeah.
But it took me a long time. I think part of it too, we are raised sometimes to be like, don't
Humble.
outshine your peers. Well, if you step up to your potential, then I'm not going to be outshining you.
It's that humbleness that people want you to have.
Right.
And when you don't have it, then that's just, let me find a reason not to like you. Ah, you're not humble. That's why I'm not gonna like you. But
Right.
baby, it's because it's something in me that you want, and that's what you don't like. Because
That
you
part.
and you don't have to be. When I was very young in my career, I had a boss, and he was Swedish, but he was telling me something about Swedish people. He was like, "Oh, Swedish people always want to be so humble. For what?" But that resonated with me because
Mm-hmm.
we're taught to be humble. We're not
Right.
taught to be confident. We're not taught to be
Mm-mm.
sure. We're not taught to be sure of ourselves. We need
Right.
someone else to tell us that you can be sure of yourself now. Oh, you're
Right.
very smart. I know.
Right. I already knew that when I got here.
We're not going I'm not out here soliciting
Right.
compliment about who I know myself to be. And then they bring up, well, the Lord said, well, let me tell you, the Lord made the heavens and the earth and man and the animals. And what did he do? He walked around and he said, this is good.
Right.
Did he have to go and ask somebody? Like, let me go over here and ask,
Look, Adam, do you think this
do
is
you think
good?
this good? You like it, Adam? What you think I should do, Adam? He didn't. He said, I did all of this and this is
It's good.
good. And if but this is the thing about people who are Christian, they want you to believe that, and believe that we are made in his image. So I am made if I'm made in his image, and if he gave me the power to create something, didn't he give me the discernment to know that it is good?
That
Because why
part.
would I create something that's bad? Now I think it's bad. Why would I do that?
That part.
That I don't think makes any sense.
That
Like,
part.
we got to put two and two together
That part. But my confidence should not be intimidating to you.
to anyone.
Like I said, I can't dim your light. You sure the hell can't dim mine. But the reality is if you turned your light on, then we all could be lit.
All of us, baby, we
But
will
that's what's going to
illuminate
have
the
to happen
world
because what I'm not going to do, it took too many years to get here.
here.
So what I'm not going to do is turn the light off. I'm going to be like, what is it? Motel 6, the light's always on.
Always, we keep the light on for you, baby.
We keep the light on for you. It's going to be on. Now, if you want me to help you turn yours on,
We could do that.
we can do that. We can book a session. We can sit down. We can work that out. I love helping people turn their light
Yeah.
on. But what you're not going to do is turn mine off. That's your issue and that's your problem. But it also then becomes an issue of proximity, right? Because we're not gonna be in the same space. You know,
Oh.
like if you can't, if it's too bright for you, you're gonna have to leave.
And honey, sticking around here, you're gonna start believing in your light.
That part.
You stick around here long
Look,
enough.
look.
I'll be believing
Because
in
you
yourself.
talked earlier about not saying things like not speaking negatively on yourself,
Hmm.
right? I
Hmm.
will in a moment if I hear somebody close to me and they look, girl, what we not doing is
Yeah.
we're not talking about ourselves in that way. We're not shrinking. You know, like the whole like capable, confident you that came from me watching people who I know and love and see as like the most brilliant people in the world shrink. You know, like when a challenge comes or certain things happen and all of a sudden they just start shrinking down and I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
what just happened? Because I know that you did this, and this. I know that you are this, and this. We're not diminishing. We're not acting like we don't have that we're not
Absolutely.
turning, it's not we're not doing that the little light that have the three little clicks to it. No, we staying
We staying
on
all the way lit.
all the way lit. Like, and so I think that that's another part of like that importance of that community as well is like that reminder of, hey girl, come on. We got this. Like,
Yeah.
you know, how can I support you in making this happen? Because I know you are capable of this thing.
And it has to start though, even before someone can support you and help you, you have to start. You have to
Yes.
believe,
Yes.
right? Like you have to create the thing
Yes.
for other people to support. Like, I'm
Correct.
going to support your idea, but if that's all you're going to do is talk about the idea for
Right. Look,
20
I'm
years,
about to check out.
I'm out. Look, come back when you finish it. Like, don't
Right.
keep telling me what you're
I'm a
going to do.
problem solver by nature.
Yes,
So,
same.
if you come to me and you're like, I have this idea, then I'm like, all right, let's flesh it out. Let's
Hmm.
like, okay, this is a great idea. Here are the next steps that you can take in this idea to make this idea a thing.
Yes.
If you just want to be like, oh, no, I just wanted to ruminate an idea, okay. Well, when you're ready to do action things, you know where to find me.
Yeah.
Until then, you can have story time with as many people as you want about this idea.
Yes. Yes. Because I'm not here for that.
I'm action driven. So either do
Yeah.
like my thing is, and I know that, myself included, not every idea has left like they got some that's in the drawer with
Yeah.
that latest manuscript catching dust. They have some. I'm not gonna say that they don't, but either you working on it or go put it in the drawer and stop talking about it.
Stop talking about. See that right there. That's one of the reasons why I don't. I used to talk to people. People will come to me. And once you write a book, everybody wants to talk to you about their
Mm-hmm.
book that they write, the one they want to do. If you want to talk to me about your book, that's a publishing consultation, and there's a fee for that. Because what I have learned is that when I was giving away all the free advice in the world, they weren't executing. They were just talking and wanted me to validate the discussion. But once you have to pay me for that discussion, then we're going to see some results because they got to put some
Right,
sweat equity in there, right? Then I see results. Then they're doing things and moving. So don't come over here talking about an idea because you gotta pay me to help you talk this through
right,
for that
right,
reason because
right. Oh no, because people waste your time.
they will.
And
And
and like my thing is that's just how my brain works. Like it's just 100% how my brain works. But that's why I started doing like strategic brain pick
yeah,
my brain sessions.
yes,
Because I'm like, so look. this is what happens. Like you said, you won't come over here, and I just sat here and laid it all the way out for you. And I don't mind doing that because I enjoy doing that. It's like actually fun
Mm-hmm.
for me. It's like doing
It
a
is.
puzzle. It's like doing a puzzle. It's fun for me. But what going to be mad about is when I talk to you again in 3 weeks, 6 weeks, a month, 2 years, 10 years, and you ain't took nary one of the steps.
Yes,
Because now I feel like you wasted my time.
absolutely.
And I could have, I mean, that could have been an idea for someone else who wanted to
That's
execute.
exactly how I feel, which is why I charge for that. Like,
Yeah,
because somebody got to get paid because you're
right,
never gonna do it. You know?
right. And that's always said to me too, is that I see that, yes, I think that paying for something is an incentive, but that ain't even always it for people, right? Like
No.
a lot of times people are investing a lot of money into something, but they still are allowing fear to keep them from putting one foot in front of the other and actually doing it. And then we hide behind, oh, well, I got busy, or oh, this thing happened. And I'm like, maybe, but probably not. Like sometimes life happens and sometimes that delays the process. But you can tell when somebody is dedicated to the process.
Because they start moving
Yes.
and you can
Like
see
when the
it.
dust settles, they're like moving, or even through something, that's their distraction. Like sometimes it's just like, how do I want to say this? Like, I feel like a lot of times we don't want to address the mindset issues that
Oh,
we are
what's really
facing.
blocking you?
And that is unfortunate because until you address them, everybody could give you the playbook to whatever it is. You're not going to do
Hmm.
it, right? Like, I know I was in the same programs with people, same information, right?
Hmm.
But like I finished what happened, but it's the mindset. Because if I look at things that I haven't finished, it's the mindset.
Yeah,
It's all about addressing what is the thing that's stopping you. And I'm gonna throw this in there just because this was supposed to be our topic, but you mentioned it earlier, but the permission slip.
yeah.
I go with the flow. I don't, but you did mention it and I'm gonna just weave it back in there. But I think a lot of times it is that waiting for the permission slip. A lot of times when I am working with somebody, I feel like I'm handing out a permission slip to
Yeah.
them,
Like you could do
but
it.
I'm not in charge of your permission slip. You grown.
You grown.
Like after you from up under your parents, you don't have to get permission. Like I even had to tell my son, he gonna be 20 on Sunday. And he comes home, the summer and, during his Christmas break and stuff. And he said, Ma, can I go out with my friends? We going wherever, wherever, wherever. And I said, I appreciate you telling me where you're going and who you're going with. But your grown self do not have to ask me permission to go. And I find it sweet that it's a respect thing. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And I find it very sweet, but I also need you to know I'm not in charge of you.
That's important that you're telling him that now, so he won't always, he'll feel his own autonomy, right?
Yes.
To move according to what he thinks is best. Like, oh, thank you for doing it, baby, but you don't have to you
Right.
go. But that's gonna serve him well the older he gets, that I don't have to ask permission. Like I mean, people will sit and wait for it, and someone will give you permission, right? But you didn't need it to
Right.
get
And but
started.
who, but now you being held hostage to somebody else's
Yeah,
decision making.
yeah.
And one who says that that person is the right person to make
And
said decision.
qualified to
Right.
do
Are
it.
they qualified to make that decision? Also, does that person even have your best interests at heart?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
many times have I'm just thinking about like just in the working world. How many times have you been passed over or told that you weren't qualified for a promotion or a position or whatever, just because of the person who was in charge of making that decision?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't mean
Their
you were any less
biases.
qualified.
Yeah, yes. It could just be sheer bias. Well, I don't like her, so no, she can't have it.
Or some people, we all have different healing journeys, and some people
Hmm.
on that space of I don't want to allow space for someone that's going to do better than me.
That, let me tell you, I can't tell you how much I've seen that. Well,
Yes.
not that we're greater together, but you might do
Yes.
better than me. So I'm not gonna tell you things. I'm not gonna tell you the easy road, even though I just did it and you helped me. No, I just a lot of people want to be the best, the only one doing well in the whole room. And
Right.
that is ridiculous
It's
to me.
crazy.
And they will hold you back. And that's the person that you are asking
For
permission from.
permission. That's what and that's what I'm saying. Like you're asking permission from people who will never, never, ever give
Yeah.
you full permission. They might give you a little inkling. They might say, "Oh, good girl," but they're never going to admit who you truly are, and they hope that you never see it either.
Oh, that right there. That right there. And here's the other part of that. When you do something that you shouldn't be doing that's probably not best for you, that's when they're going to give you permission so
Yes,
fast to do it because they know it's stupid and it doesn't make sense.
and yes,
And it's going to
permission.
derail
Look,
you.
permission to make a fool of yourself.
Yes, they're going to get at to you, but not the
Permission to make
one
a fool of
that
yourself,
you need.
but
Exactly.
you do not require permission. You don't require anybody's approval.
No.
You and the thing that's crazy to me, I like had this random thought one day that I was thinking about like God, and I like, I'm like, so great that God is not, like us as humans, right? Because I know I'd be aggravated with all humankind by now. But God seems to, he seemed to stick it out.
He could take
But
it in stride.
what I was thinking about was God told me X, and then I went go ask 25 other people. How are they qualified? Like, what is God sitting up there thinking, like, I'm God, I'm all the way God, and I told her, but she don't believe me, but she gonna believe Nakia when she tell her.
Hmm.
Like, that is such a slap in the face to God. Like, like, I put this on you. Like, I told you do this. And then you're like, well, I can't because so and so didn't think it was a good idea.
Yeah, yeah. I used to write these little sayings called the truth is, and I remember I wrote one that says you are not a parking ticket. You don't need validation.
Oh, I love it.
You're not. Like you just walking up to people, can you validate me? You look like a fool. Can you
Really?
validate me? Can you validate me? You're just going all over the place asking for validation when you are all the validation that you need.
That part.
You validate yourself.
That
Baby,
part.
I pull up to the parking spot and I put my credit card in there because I am going to park here. I'm not asking permission for
That part.
anything. I don't ask anybody for permission. And a
That
lot of
part.
people, because they love to give you some commentary. Like
Right.
they
That you
let it
ain't asked for.
that you didn't ask for. I said, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm about to put all my stuff in storage and leave. And this woman said, now why would you do something like that? Oh no, I could never. I'm saying, well, that's why nobody
Well, that's
asked you to.
you. But
I
that
didn't
is
ask you to
you.
come with me.
But I,
Like I said, this is what
so
I'm going to do.
this is one of my biggest pet peeves. You could do something and it's
Mhm.
perfect for you
Yes.
and it not be right for me. And
Yes.
that is okay. I don't know why we feel like we all have to do everything the same way, like things the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like if I say I like Coke and you say you like Pepsi, I mean, there may be some jokes involved, but I don't really care at the end of the day because I don't have to
No,
drink the Pepsi. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna still drink what I like, and that's it. But
Like,
it's really interesting
but
that
people
we
get
like to
offended.
they get offended. And I said, well, you know what? I'm not asking you to come with me, lady.
That
I
part.
said what I am going to do.
I used to have this friend and she was a very like she had just a very limited palate. Like it was like, one step above chicken fingers, like that's it. And, I'm the type of person I like to eat, all different, like cultural foods. Like that's how like to travel and experience. Y'all,
Yes.
Walter wanted to tell y'all hello today because the people are cutting the grass. But I like to have that's how I experience travel is like I want to know the cultural foods and all this stuff. So
Yes.
that's me.
Yes.
So we're eating lunch together and I'm eating something. I don't even remember what it was, but it could have been anything because she don't eat a lot of different foods, right? And so she like looking at my plate and she turning up her nose and it's this whole thing. And I just looked in her face. I said, you ain't got to eat nothing over here.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it at all. You don't have to eat not a thing over here. Like, why are you
Yeah.
so fixated on, like I don't want nothing that's on your plate, but I'm not frowning up about it. If you wanted to eat that, then that's what you wanted to eat. It doesn't bother me. I'm not gonna think
Hmm.
about it not nary no more times because I don't have to taste the food on your plate.
Yes. And it's the same that analogy applies across the board. Like I love what you do. I love the balloons. I can admire it and not want
Right,
to do it,
right,
right? You can admire what I'm doing and not want to do
right,
it. Like, because it's, and this is owning yourself,
right.
being a self-contained individual, and then knowing how to say, no, knowing when to say. Well, when someone says, well, oh, that's not something I would do, you don't have to start second
Mm-mm.
guessing your decision. You go ahead and say, well, okay, well, that's good for you because I didn't ask you to do it. You're going to
Right.
be safe from my decision.
I'm glad that you're clear on your path.
What they say, mark safe from Nakia's decisions. That's what you're going
Right.
to be.
Look, I'm glad that you're clear on your path. But like what I want to do, like it really
Has nothing
doesn't
to do with you.
like you weren't a factor. Like
No.
you weren't like you're not, even in asking for advice. I got an advisory council. You ain't on it.
No.
I wasn't going to call you and ask you. And but also just I think it's an audacity to
Mm-hmm.
think that your opinion matters in somebody else's
Decision making.
decision making.
It's a pet peeve for me
Like
when
it's
it's
like,
unsolicited. I didn't
right,
ask you.
right. And even if you did ask me, is that's just not my approach. Like even
Yeah.
if you're doing something that I would probably never do, that's not my approach. One, I look at does this make sense for you?
That's
Like
it.
your decision making should make
Yeah.
sense for you. Now, if you came to me and said that you were going to be doing something that like was way out of character for you, I might have follow-up questions. I'm still not questioning
And
whether or
and
not
I'm
you
helping you troubleshoot your
right.
decision. That's
Right.
it.
Cause I'm like, well, that don't sound like
Yeah.
what you would do. Like that
And
sounds
and did you think about this? I'm gonna say,
right.
did you think about this? Or what if this happens? What's your backup? Who's gonna know? Right? Things like that. But I'm
Right.
not gonna tell you what, well, I wouldn't do that. If I were you,
No,
well, you're not
no,
me. So,
no. If that's like you've made this decision, this is the thing that you're going to do. Like you said, my follow-up questions are just to make sure that you good,
yes.
that you good. Because sometimes you may not think about, like I, me and my husband been together since the beginning of time. So I know the things that he thinks and I know the things that he's going to forget. And so he may say, "Oh, babe, tomorrow I'm going to go do whatever." And then I'm going to say, "Oh, well, did you remember this?" Because I know that that didn't cross his
Yes.
mind.
Yes.
But I'm not trying to deter your decision. I'm just trying to supplement. Make sure
Yes.
that your plan goes according to plan. Because when you
Except
get there,
everything you need when you get there.
right, when you get there and you don't have your paperwork, it's
And you want me to
gonna be
bring
a
it to you.
problem.
I already told you.
Right. I already told you. I probably didn't sat it in the car. Just so I know that you have it.
Yes.
But I just think that this way that we want to, like when you see somebody branching out, stop trying to pull them back in.
Oof. It's a tether.
Stop trying to pull them back in. Let them go. If it gives you pause, that is your problem to deal with. Sit with that, figure out why. Because you may be feeling like I've had that experience where I'm dealing with friends, and one is going in one direction and the other one is kind of
Mhm.
stagnant, and then the stagnant one feel in their feelings because the other one's moving on. Well, you better get up and put your shoes on.
You didn't see when they were putting their shoes on and getting their coat? Like that
Mm-mm.
was a sign. Because you know what they say about black people. One of us run, we all start
We
running.
all run,
Like,
right?
why didn't you start running?
But we need to do that in life, not just because something coming around the corner. We need to do that in life. When you see people around you starting to make moves, then start being inquisitive at that moment. Don't start asking me 50 questions when I'm out the door, when I was getting dressed, when I
Where
was
you going?
brushing
What
my
you
teeth.
doing? How did you do it? Where'd you find your shoes? Did you get your shoelaces from in the drawer? Like, no, I'm gone already.
Right. I don't even remember I don't remember that no more. I forgot. I'm like 20 steps past where you're starting from. But when you see that motion, I mean maybe you don't notice the first couple of steps, but let that be an encouragement to you, not something that is a threat to you. And don't you dare, like, this happened in a balloon group. This girl posted a picture of her work and she said she charged the customer whatever. I don't remember the price. One of the biggest things that hurdles in the balloon industry, I mean, I'm sure any industry, is pricing and that confidence associated with pricing, right? And the people in this group tore this girl up, upways and downwards, because she charged this higher price, and the work was, she had the confidence to charge the price. And because she had the confidence to charge the price, I ain't got nothing to say.
No.
Not a word. Because I'm never going to shake someone's confidence. Now, she can learn a skill. She can hone her craft. She can get better at it. But everybody else sitting in that group is undercharging. Their work looks stellar, but they're not getting paid appropriately for it. So instead of you going sit and work on, because a customer paid it,
Right. You work on your pricing structure for your
work
stellar
on your
work.
pricing structure instead of trying to tear her down or demean her or say, "Oh, well, you owe them back money." Eh, eh, eh. That's not it. That's not it. We have to shift that, and we have to give ourselves the permission to dream big, to do
Hmm.
big,
To be great.
to, just excel and not wait for somebody to tell us it's time for you to do this.
Hmm.
We have to, we know what, because the thing about passion is it don't leave.
No.
Because you know how many times I didn't try to, we have a running joke about it's an episode of Friends where they talking about I'm trying to quit the gym, and they keep going to the gym and they keep like not letting them quit the gym. And you know how many times I tried to quit the gym and it has not worked
Mm-mm.
because God not gonna leave you alone about it.
Mm-mm. And your soul desires it. Like,
Yes,
what's that quote? Like something about do what sets your soul on fire.
yes,
Oh, like when I am writing and when I am traveling, my soul is on fire. Like it is on fire. I
yes,
am my absolute best and perfect self,
yes,
and I
yes,
can feel it radiating off of me.
yes, yes. Yeah, like my husband teases me, like it's been several times that I've been very, very sick. And like the whole day, I ain't moved an inch. But I had to teach a class, or I had a client session, or I had a podcast episode. And I'm like, all right, babe, I'm just going, I'm a thug it out. Get ready. I'm about to thug it out. And every single time he's like, that's like medicine for you.
It is. It's
He's like,
healed.
you step into a place. Cause I come out the room and you would have sworn that I was feeling on cloud nine. And while I was doing it, I didn't feel
Yeah.
not one like ailment, not one symptom, not one anything. And so that's how I know it's the space that I belong in.
Mm.
It
And
is,
in my 30s, I used to have depressive episodes, right? And this was before I started writing, but I've known that I wanted to be a writer since I was 9 years old. So going your whole life not doing the thing that you
mhm,
were born to do.
yeah,
That's why I tell people they're like, "Oh, I'm so depressed," because I said, "Because you're not walking in your purpose."
that's it.
Because baby, so then I started walking in my purpose. I started writing. I started moving in that direction. And this was after a depressive episode that it came to me what I was supposed to be doing.
Mhm,
And so I started doing that. That was in my 30s, I'm in my 50s now. I haven't been depressed since. Not one time have I had to lay in the bed for 3 or 4 days because every day I am living according to what I was put on this earth to do, to write, to explore, to to heal others, to be in community with others. Like I was born for all of this, right? And so since I started doing that, I am happy and healed and whole and
yeah,
excited. And you
yeah.
just you I can't turn the light off. Like I just
No,
I cannot do it.
it's just something different.
Hmm.
It's something totally different. Like the episode that released today, I was talking about, so last week I took on a job that I really shouldn't have took on. And my gut told me not to, and I did it anyway. And had a horrible day. Horrible day. And the old version of me, because I suffer with anxiety,
Mm.
the old version of me would have been torn up, like just would have been still soaking in that moment. I realized I wasn't supposed to be doing that. I stepped out of obedience, right? And then the following day, I started to cancel my day. One, because, the day before was just trash. And then two, they kept saying it was going to rain. It was going to be the storm and everything or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And so I was like, no, it's not raining. Just keep pushing. That day was so aligned in my purpose.
Mm.
Every moment of that day went perfectly. And
Mm-hmm.
it just was understanding that, like, again, I didn't have that anxiety. Just like you're talking about the depression, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have all of that. And I was resolved. The day didn't go well. I handled it as professionally as I could and moved on and left it where it was. Didn't internalize it, didn't carry it, left it where it was
Yes.
because I knew it was God telling me stop stepping out of accord.
The body will let you know.
Stop stepping out of accord. I told you to be over here. You keep wanting to play over there. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
I have that back and forth with having the balloon business and the coaching business. And the reality is God said you could have both, but I need your attention here. You can operate that business without your full attention. I need your attention here. And I it just was, I can't even describe how perfectly that day went.
I can't imagine.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like, because I've been working with, like, my messaging, and I went to this meeting and I'm just like, I started talking about what I do, and the two girls sitting next to me sat up and they were like, wait, what? I need that.
Mhm.
How do I get in touch with? And I was like, okay, well, let's talk. Let's talk about that further. And then Lanisha had her pitch competition that evening, so I was judging that. But I had done a session with those ladies 2 weeks prior, and I like work with them on confidence and how to deliver their pitch. And I was just sitting up there like a proud mama looking at
Yes.
how they took those notes and how they got on the stage. And the person that I had the most notes for was the one that won the competition.
Wow. So and I love that she took the notes, right, and applied them.
She said, and people say this to me all the time, and I just laugh at this point. She said, you've been in my head for the last 2 weeks. I said, yeah, people say that a lot. She said I took notes, and I could see just even her energy, because she was so nervous the first time,
Yeah.
and I could just see her energy. Her whole energy was different. And I was like, this is why I do it. This is why I do what I do. And she's like, I told some other program that she's in, I told them about you and how they need to they need to have bring you in. And I'm like, okay. Like, okay.
Let me tell you, your
But
gifts will make room for you.
it
Like,
will make room for you.
and
It will
keep doing what
always
you're
make.
supposed to be doing. Like the doors will open. Like I have this in my mind, right? When there's something that I need in my mind, I close my eyes and I see myself walking up to a door and opening it.
I love that.
And everything that I need
I love
is
it.
already there, but you have to take the steps. I got to get up from this sofa and I got to walk to the door.
And
That's
open
me
it
doing my part. And when I open it, it's the door to what I need.
and and leave that fear behind,
Hmm.
because like, just like, I know for me, I'm very independent. So like, I have been purposely leaning into help. Like,
Mm.
being vocal about what I need help with. And I think a lot of times we have that like baggage of, nobody ever helps me. Da, 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 da. Okay, let that go. Well, because we're gonna go back to where we started, belief. How do you, how do you, um, how are you putting that out into the universe, right? And so now I understand that there are people who are in my space that not only willing to help, want to help. And all I got to do is say what the thing is, right? And I mean, not that my friends ain't beat me over the head 1,000 times, like times that I've done something, gone and done something, and they like, girl, why you didn't tell me you was doing this? I could have came and
Helped you set up
help,
or
yeah. And I'm like, but my brain at that time was not wired in that way. Like it wasn't even like, oh, nobody's gonna come. It didn't even cross my mind because I'm so used to just doing. But I had to relax into that and understand, like, I know when people ask me for help, I'm excited to come and help them. So
Yeah,
why
I'm
wouldn't people
guilty.
be
Hmm.
excited as well? Like, and but then it goes back to that belief system.
I know that I'm guilty of that asking for help. I'm very guilty of that. Someone asked me the other day, like, because I'm working on this trip to Kenya, and they were like, "So do you need any help?" And I was so taken aback. I was like, "Well,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
well,
Yep.
you know what? Let me think about. Okay, if you need me to do some research, or if you need this or that, just let me know." And I was okay. And now I really, really want to find something
For
just
them
so
to
I
help
can,
with. Yes.
that they can help with, so I can execute that part. So I can
Yes.
say, you know what? I needed help and I let someone help
Yes.
me. So
Yes.
that's something I'm working on. And that's the way that I can start, is by saying, okay, I'm gonna find a way for this
Right.
person
No, it,
to
it is
help me.
it's something that you really have to start like breaking down because it's hardwired. It
It
definitely
is.
for me it's hardwired because I've been and done it before. I would think to ask, right? But then I'm like in situations where I have been like, I mean, part of it is just, I got people around me that's like me that's gonna just bully you into making them, help
Yeah.
you. Um, so part of it is that, but then also just realizing like the richness that comes from collaboration, right? Or
Hmm.
seeing something from a different perspective because, you're looking at it through this lens, but somebody else is like, wait, well, what about this? And so, yeah, no, it's a work in progress.
Yes,
The
but
Lord ain't done with me yet. But it's a work in progress, but it's
yeah.
just something that I like to talk about a lot because we don't tend to lean on the help that we have.
Hmm.
And then me as like being genuine as a helper, like it's been like several times where I'm like, let me help you. Like,
Tell me
and
what
the
you need me to do.
and like the person is like, I don't know if it's like that one that they just, I've been there before where you're at capacity and you don't know what to give to someone, right? Like you don't have the wherewithal to even try to break it out into parts. Sometimes that's it, but I think sometimes it is a trust thing too, just
Hmm.
because historically you've not been helped. And so you don't necessarily trust that, like, I can give this to somebody to help with, or that people are genuine. Because people will say, oh, well, let me know what you need. And I mean, some people mean that and some people don't, but that's the discernment part, right? But yeah, so it's a journey. It's a journey that I'm
It
working
is.
on.
It is. But by Friday, I'm gonna have something for this person to do.
Okay, all right, it's
Yes.
something.
It's something.
It's something in there. All right, I'm gonna wrap up because I know me and you, and
Girl, this will
we
be
gonna
a
go.
marathon.
We gonna go. We're gonna go and go and go. But I know that there was so many gems in this conversation, and I know that just some stuff that people need to hear. Y'all know I don't mind stepping on toes, and I tell my guests they got free range to step on toes as well. But it's with love. It's with
Yes.
all the love because we talked about being in that purpose and what that feels like. And that's what drives me every day is to help other people get there. Like it's like, you get to the finish line and I'm not saying that I'm finished by any means, but you get to this place, right? And it's like you want everybody to experience it
Oh, because it's good over here.
because it's so good.
Oh,
And, no matter how deep you get into the place, you're not too far removed to remember what it used to be.
yeah.
And, knowing that other people are still in that space, it's like you want to be like, come on
Because
over.
why would you walk 3 miles to school in the snow and the cold and the rain when I have a perfectly good car that you can hop into with warm
Yes.
heated seats? And baby, take this ride. You want to walk an hour or do you want to take a 10-minute drive? Like, which
Right.
one do you want to do?
Right.
Take the
Absolutely.
shortcut. And that's what this podcast is about. Here are
Yes.
the shortcuts. Here's the tips and the tricks. Take them.
Look, because we went through it, so you ain't got
So you don't have
to.
to. Hey, I walked in the snow so I can get the
Look,
car so you don't have to.
look, so you don't have to. So no, so I appreciate you for just being open and genuine and sharing because I think that's what it takes for us to see that there is a different way, right? So I'm gonna ask you to wrap up questions and then we'll talk about what's going on in your world.
Okay.
All right, so the first wrap up question is tell me about your favorite pajamas.
It's really not even my favorite pajamas. It's a silk kimono robe,
Ooh.
baby. Look, I have worn that thing out and I can't find it again. And so I got me a needle and thread and had to sew the side back up because I love it so much. It makes me feel feminine. I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
wear it today, but then I decided I would wear actual pajamas. But it's a silk kimono robe. But I feel so feminine when I wear that. I feel rich. I feel
Yes.
luxurious.
Yes.
Like I just feel like,
I
a
when you said
Beyonce
it, when
pair.
you said it, I just
Oh,
it's just giving me sitting on a balcony in a
yes.
hotel
Drinking
somewhere,
tea.
like
And I take it on
just
all my travels. So I am on a
yes.
balcony drinking my tea or
Yes,
coffee with
yes,
this
yes.
robe
Room
on.
service. Yes. Oh my
Yes.
God. That's what
And
it's given.
it's dark and it has like these flowers on it, but it's very deep and rich. But that is my favorite. I call it my pajamas because baby, it is my
No.
favorite thing to wear.
No, I look, I'm envisioning it. Like I'm on the trip too. Look, I'm just
Yes. I
I
think you need things like that that make you feel luxurious.
yes. Yes, absolutely. So no matter what answer people give to this question, I'm like, yes. Because I have like I have every type of like pajama imaginable. But yes, I feel like you do need something that just like there's certain things that I just put on just because it just feel good.
Oh, like I love when I'm out and I come back home and I run in there and take my shower and use my body oils and fragrances and I put
Yes.
that robe on.
Yes. You need those moments. You
Yes.
need those moments. Like life is about moments and try to have as many of them as you can.
Hmm.
Like jam pack your day with them. And every day is not going to be like that. Some days
Yeah.
it might just, whatever. But get those moments in when you can. Get the expensive body
Oh,
wash. You know what I'm
I
saying?
do.
Like
I
just
do.
it's just little things that make a big difference and just can change your whole day.
Yes. Let me, something else I think is so important, and it can be a very simple thing, but I used to be in a rush, like, oh, let me just wash my face real quick. Let me just do this. No, I have a
Mm-mm,
whole
mm-mm.
morning routine for my skin. It's the wash, it's the scrubbing brush, it's the aloe, it's my vitamin C serum, it's my like, and I take my time and do it. I don't rush with it anymore because if I don't have 10 minutes for that for
Part.
myself in a
That part.
whole 24 hours, I can't take 10 minutes and
That
devote. I have my candle burning, okay? And I'm just watching, like I don't have a care in the world. And that is one thing that I am not going to skimp on is my morning
part.
skincare routine, which I started during COVID. I started it then, but it makes me feel so much better about my day.
So when I was working, like right before I like left my job, I started doing so I'm a tea drinker, I'm not a coffee drinker. I started doing when I got in the morning, I would go and make my tea and I would sit at my desk for 10 minutes. No phone, no nothing.
Mm,
Sometimes a notepad if I wanted to write something down or if I wanted to just set my intentions for the day.
yeah.
But for that 10 minutes, that was my 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I still do that in the morning. Usually now I'm, pray or reflecting or whatever. But it just started with that 10 minutes. Like that
Yeah.
was the start of everything that came after. Now my whole life is set up to where I rarely am in a rush anymore.
Mm,
Like how I schedule my day, how I, like, okay, I know I got somewhere I got to leave to go to,
yeah.
then that means that this meetings has to be at this time because I hate feeling rushed. I didn't realize until I stopped rushing
Yes.
how much that feeling was eating me.
Anxiety, right? It's
Yes.
like, oh,
So
yeah.
so now every once in a while I'm in a situation, sometimes you can't avoid it. Every once in a
Mhm.
while I'm in a situation that's rushed and it feels so weird to me. Like I'm just like, why are we doing
Why'd I
this?
do
Like,
this? Yeah.
you know, but yeah, it's just something about taking time and like you said, it's 10 minutes. It's
It's
not
10 minutes.
it's not unheard of. And for the people like we talked about this idea of belief and possibility and everything, for the people that aren't there yet, right now that 10 minutes probably sounds big.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. Start there. Start with 5 if you need to, but
Mm,
start there and then you'll start to see how being intentional, even for a short period of time, changes how your day flows.
yes.
All right. So my time freedom allows me to.
My,
Time freedom allows me to.
oh, it allows me to really experience the world we live in, like truly immerse myself in it,
Yeah,
you
I love
know.
that. I love that. Yeah, I mean, it's just something about being able to explore,
Mm-hmm. And take my
explore.
time and do it. And that's when I can hear myself think, when I can shut off, right? Like
Yeah.
I can completely shut off. Usually when I'm traveling, I don't really have my phone. I may not take a lot of photos, just enough.
Hmm.
But I just that's true freedom to me,
Yeah. Yeah.
is being able to move
Yeah. Yeah.
at my own pace.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, because I don't know, it's something about when you're exploring. Like typically there's no obligation in that moment, right? Like, nobody's expecting anything of you because they know that you're
Mm-mm.
wherever doing whatever, right? And yeah, I think that is freedom. Okay, so what is your best advice for somebody seeking the profits in pajamas lifestyle?
Oh, um, do what you love, right? And
Mm.
as you are doing what you love and what you are meant to do and who you are meant to be, the money will come.
Yes.
Like it comes and it's that, and never be afraid to put a price tag for others to have access to it.
I love that. I
You know what I
absolutely love that.
mean? Like
No,
I
yeah, because
am,
I think people, because it's a passion, because you love it, because
yeah,
it
I
comes
do it
easy
for
to
free,
you.
but you don't have to.
Yeah, right.
Like I remember the first time I sent someone an invoice for $100 for an hour of my time. I was freaking out while that PayPal invoice was out. I was like, oh my God, is somebody gonna pay me $100 or talk to me for an hour? And I mean, this was like in 2010, 2011. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
baby, that little ding came, the alert came on the phone. I'm running around the house like they paid me. They paid
Right.
me. And
Right.
this is why they paid me, because I had proven
Right.
that I have value and
Right.
I can add value to
Right.
what it is you need. I've already done it. I'm gonna give you the blueprint real quick, right?
Right.
But doing that absolutely amazed me. Like,
Yes.
so do what you love, become an expert in what you love, and charge for
Yes.
that service. And don't be afraid to charge because maybe person A didn't have $100 for that hour. Well,
Right.
I wasn't going to discount the hour, so go somewhere else and find another service in your
Right.
price range because I'm never because I don't have a scarcity mindset. I am not afraid to turn down some money
That part.
because my money multiplies anyway. So I'm not afraid to turn
No,
down
that part. No,
money
because
that
you
doesn't
you
suit
have
me.
to be comfortable with that
Yes.
because some things are not going to be a fit. And you got to be comfortable with saying, you know what, this is not a fit. And,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
can, whatever. Like, I've had a lot of people that, oh, I really want to work with you. And I know they're not a good fit. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, no.
The money is a means for me to keep doing what I love. That's what
Right,
the money is for. It's a vehicle to the freedom.
right. But it
But
can be damaging, right?
yes, you
Like,
gotta have it.
you know what I'm saying? But also just like I'm just thinking about there's certain people that like I'm thinking about a person in particular, but I ain't gonna go there. But this particular person wanted to work with me and I was like, I usually give people an assignment to go do and they never do it. So, whatever. It works itself out. But I watched that same person work with someone else and when it didn't work out, that person like publicly blew up.
Oh.
And so you have to have that discernment. Some things are not for you,
Mm.
and you have to, be able to say, hey, this is not a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to bring this energy into my space. It's not about the dollar. I've had especially on the balloon side, we've had some really high dollar inquiries or whatever. And um because I have other balloon friends here that do stuff, sometimes I get to see what happened. I get the story, and I've never yet turned down a job that the story ended up being good.
Yeah. You could feel it. That's that
Yeah.
discernment. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
it's
just
not a
like,
good fit for me.
sometimes it's just like they put in an inquiry in words. I haven't even talked to them. Like, it's just
It's
whatever
a
came to me
feeling.
online, and I'm like, like, something ain't right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and so that's very important. Okay, so tell us what's going on in your world. That we know that you're moving, but what else is going on in your world and how can people get in touch with you?
So the next thing I have is so I am a solo travel curator. So, like people are really love like the trips that I take for myself. And so they started saying, well, I want to go and I want to go by myself. You know what I mean? And so then that's what I've done. I started a company called Go Soul Trips. For me, it's like go on a soul trip,
Right.
right? Um, and so now I'm taking men too, like around the world with me.
Okay.
So that's what I have going on. Like I went to Kenya last November for around the Thanksgiving time. So we're going back to Kenya this time. I'm taking the first group. They're like, we want that exact trip that you had because it
Okay.
was a soul trip. So now I'm taking a group. I can take up to 15. I still have two spots left. So
Okay.
13 of us heading to Kenya in November.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, for about I think it's like 10 days.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Awesome.
10-day trip. It's amazing. We're gonna go to Nairobi, Diani Beach, and the Masai Mara for a
Okay.
safari. Like it's an amazing trip. So we're gearing up for that. It's happening in November, so we only got a couple months left. So
Yeah.
we're
That's
in the home stretch
exciting
of
though.
that. It's so exciting. So we're gonna do this same Thanksgiving holiday. It's called Uncolonized Thanksgiving.
Okay. All right.
So we're going to do 2028, most likely will be in South Africa.
Okay.
next year because I went to South Africa too last year. I went to South Africa and I went to Kenya. And so, like, South Africa took my breath away.
Wow.
Kenya did too, in a different way. But
I
South
got
Africa
you.
literally took my breath away. And I'm like, y'all gotta see this.
Right.
You know?
What I love about it is, okay, so I love to travel, but I also love a curated trip.
Yes, this is curated, but it's you have some time together and you have breathing time in the itinerary to just enjoy it. So I don't
Yes.
like to jam pack, like, okay,
Oh
we're gonna
no,
get
no,
on this
I'm not
bus,
asking
we're gonna do
Jackson.
yeah,
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 no.
we don't do that, but it is carefully curated with the best of. Like,
Yeah.
the best stuff. So we're going to do that in South Africa next year, and I cannot wait for that. April, I'm putting this trip together now. We are going to Japan. Yeah, it's a 7 day trip to Japan for we're gonna go to Kyoto, Tokyo, and Mount Fuji.
Okay.
So that's in April. Because we got to see the cherry blossoms.
Yes. Yes, my
Like,
goodness. Look, okay, Lord have mercy. I gotta get my coins straight. Cause see this little
yeah. But
boy
we
and
we
his
do payment
tuition.
plans, so you pay a little at a time until it's
Okay.
paid off. So, you pay a deposit, reserve your spot, and then you make monthly payments to just knock it on out. But these are I'm an experienced person. I love experiences. I love, culture. So we have that. So I'm planning these trips. I have HR Exhale, the
Yes.
retreat, the
Yes.
unconference for HR professionals,
Yes.
just a place for us to get together, be in community, let our hair down, breathe a little bit. And that happens. That's going to be in Los Angeles next year. It was here in
Okay.
NOLA. I came up with the idea while I was here in New Orleans and just in like 3 months. I don't know how I pulled everything together, but
Like what did we start with?
the,
That unshakable belief.
yes,
Because I mean,
yeah.
I felt the same way like with the summit. Like I literally started promoting that the end of January for March.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Just like, here I was talking to some people like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we did that? They're like, absolutely. So then it just I named it, built the website, logo, just business license, everything just done, 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 done. And
Yes.
it was
Yes.
meant to happen. You
Yes.
know, there
Yes.
there is a need for it, and I was gonna do it twice a year, but I'm like, sis, slow your roll. Once a year isn't
Then you're gonna need a a retreat from your retreat.
right. you know and so it's all about relaxation. So next year oh my goodness, it's going to be in Southern California at some of my favorite places, right? Because I'm from
Awesome.
California, so it's going to be some of my favorite places. It's going to be so amazing, and it's for the people of the company. So I have that going on, and then the trip to Japan for next year. those are the
Awesome.
those are the next steps, but I want to do 2 international trips a year for my Go Solo travelers. And then I want
Awesome.
to do I want to put together, because I love traveling with my son,
Mm-hmm.
like he's been my road dog from day
Yes.
one. We have been everywhere together. And I'm like, you know what? I want more parents to be able to take their kids because people are
Yes.
scared, right?
Yeah.
And I want to show them there's nothing to be afraid of, y'all. We're gonna go
Yes.
over here, have a good
Yes.
time, we'll come back home. So I want to do some like mommy and me trips, me and my
Yeah.
mama, like so people can take their kids or take your parent
Yeah,
with.
no, I think that that's really cool. I
Mhm.
think that, I'm just like, I just think your world gets so much bigger when you travel, right?
Yes, yes,
And I think showing that to your kids as well. Like, I definitely haven't been all the places that I want to be. But I've leaned into that in this phase of my life. And then like with my son, like he had a trip to Zimbabwe with like, Engineers Without Borders.
yeah,
And like college me would have never did. Like I would have been like terrified to do that. And he was just
yeah.
like, so they got this trip coming up, mom, it's gonna cost this much. I could pay some of it if you pay some of it. And I'm like, I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna pay
Don't
for it,
worry.
like
Yeah. And I mean,
like
it's important that like I, I people like, how do you afford all of these trips, baby? The trips are built into my budget. Like
Right.
I
No, you
budget for
make
all
it,
of my
but you
things.
can make it happen.
You can.
Again, it's you make a decision that this thing is important to me,
Yes.
and then you start moving
You st-
accordingly.
I decide where am I going for the year, and then I have a in my savings account, I have a bucket that's just for travel, and money comes right out of my paycheck and it goes into that bucket for travel because travel is just as important to me as my skincare routine.
Right.
It's just as important to
Right.
me as putting gas in my car. It's something that I have to do to live. But I want more people to see how you can experience this,
Right.
right?
And I think a lot of times too, we think that it's more expensive than it is.
Than it is.
Especially now. I mean, like the last couple of flights I had to pay, I was like, so look, I'm just going to somewhere boring. Like I'm not even going anywhere interested. I'm going somewhere within these United States of the
Mhm.
Americas. Why is this ticket so high? Like, like I'm like, I could have just put a couple of more hundred on this and had an
And let me
international
tell you,
flight.
let me tell you. So I got a new phone. I was cleaning out my old phone, and I found a text thread with me and some girlfriends. And one of my girlfriends said 5 years ago, she was like, "Yeah, I want to go to Africa for my 50th. That's my plan."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." Fast forward 2026, right? She's been a friend from middle school, so I've known her
Mm-hmm.
my entire life. And fast forward 2026, I put this trip together to Africa, and of course, she signs up to go. I
Right.
said, "All right, you want to do this?" She signs up to go, and then I'm cleaning out my phone, and I found that text message, this text thread we were all in, where she's talking about what she wanted for her 50th, and she just turned 50. You see how you write it down,
And it comes.
and who knew
It
that?
comes.
When she
I'm
said it,
telling
I'm like,
you.
oh, okay, 5 years
Sure. Like,
ago. Oh,
sure. What
she
else?
wasn't even asking me to go, but this was just
Right.
something she was talking about. But
Right.
who knew that 5 years later that I would be putting together my friend's dream trip?
Right.
You
It
know what I
comes.
mean?
It comes. You really have to open yourself.
You just have to be ready for the opportunity. I have people that are going on this trip that have never left this continent, this country. I have people
Yeah.
that are going, but they're trusting me,
Right.
right? They're trusting me with their lives, with their finances. But for this experience, it's a guarantee. And I told them this is just the beginning. We're going to
Right.
go all over the world. And you don't have to wait for your two cousins to get together because they
That
said they
part.
wanted to
Because
go
look, everybody won't go till it's time to
till it's
go.
time to go. You don't even have to wait for them. Your life should not be contingent upon
Mm-mm.
what someone else has
Mm-mm.
time or finances to do because it's
I'm
not
I'm gonna
promised to
pause you right. I'm gonna pause you right there because we need to a moment of silence for that.
you.
Because I don't. There's so many things in my life that would not be the way that they are had I waited for the people that said they wanted to come on a journey.
Yes.
And that's not just, I'm not talking about trips.
No, that's everything.
That's everything because it all sounds good to everybody. Every time I post like some event that I've been to or something, oh, I didn't know you was going there. Why you ain't tell me next time? I'm going somewhere almost every day.
And that's that.
Um, I eh, whether I tell you or not, you don't go. So why would I keep
Mhm.
saying it? It just seems
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, you got to
Um,
stop. You can't wait. And if
you
I tell you
know,
you don't go, look, I'm not going to keep circling back. Like this train is moving, baby.
that
It's
part,
leaving
that
November
part,
19th. It's pulling off. Either you're on it
that part.
or you're
But
not.
but y'all out there listening, stop stopping your train. Like
Stop.
the if you go to the train station, they got a schedule.
Yeah,
They
that
have a
part,
schedule. Departure time is the departure time.
that's it.
And if they don't make it, then maybe they could get them a connecting flight and meet you somewhere else on the journey. But
That's it.
the schedule is the schedule. Do not hold yourself back because You know,
Yeah.
there's some program that you've been wanting to do, but your friend is holding out. There's some, venture that you want to take, but you keep thinking it has to be a partnership. Just do it.
Girl, I go to concerts by myself. As soon as I got here, I think I'd been in New Orleans a week. I said, you know what? I wanna go see the Saints play. Went online, bought one ticket, got
Look,
my food, walked down to, because when it's you by yourself, you can get a good seat in between people you don't know. It's just one seat and it has your
right,
name on it.
right.
You don't pay that much because they're like, oh, it's gonna be hard to sell this one
One
seat.
ticket, right,
So let me tell you what I get in for when it's time to go by. I just book it. And if
right.
you want to go, you might sit over there, but I booked mine already.
Right. No, because honestly, you will wait. You gonna be collecting dust like that manuscript, waiting for
Someone
people
else.
to come along on the
Yes.
journey. And
Yes.
so you gonna find your people along the way.
Along the way, like this group of people that are going, I cannot wait for them to meet each other because I'm like, you just wait till you guys meet each other. Like,
Right,
this is going to
right.
be amazing. The chemistry, the connection that's
Yes,
that's gonna
yes,
happen on this trip. Like, I felt it as the people were signing up. I'm like, yeah, you're perfect. You're perfect. You too. Yeah, I was putting them
yes,
together in
yes,
my mind how they're gonna hit it off. You know what I mean?
yes, yes,
and
no.
and that's what this is about. Like, I mean, we are about to finish strong in this season of our lives, and we're not going to
Yes.
be putting off trips, adventures. I have one friend who's going, but she always tells me she was going on a cruise and then she was going to end up going by herself, and she said, you know what I said, now what would Nakia do? Nakia going on this trip,
Yes,
and she said, and I went. Yeah,
yes.
she's going. And that's
No,
what
but
I'm going, even if I'm the only one.
right. I mean, I haven't solo traveled on that level yet. I don't know that I'm scared to do it. Like, I think at this point, this me would just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a different version, I'd be like, I don't know, well, what if.
If I hadn't
But
have, I would have never met you. I
that
wouldn't be
part,
here right now. I would
you
have
know what I'm
never met
saying? But
you.
that part,
Yeah.
I think that that's the beautiful thing about being open to the universe as well. Like, we have so many similarities, but then there's also parts of us that are different. So
Hmm.
you always draw out
Yes.
energy in each other,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that's all a part of it. But I'm gonna tell you this: stop waiting on people.
Don't wait. So if any of y'all want to go to Kenya,
Get on it.
you'll know where to find me in a minute. You just,
Look, get on
I
it.
got
Yeah, I'm
two
gonna put
seats.
all of your links in the show notes so they can get in touch with you so that they can get in where they fit in, whether it's the, HR perspective or if it's the travel that, but whatever it is, y'all, just come on now. Get like
Come out the
just
box. Get
look,
out the box.
if you was waiting for the permission slip, we didn't gave it to you. Get
There.
up
Yeah.
and just do whatever the thing
Live.
is. And you don't have to get to 100 today. Just do step one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just do step one. Step one might just be going sit and journal and sit in your belief.
It might go to City Park and sit
Yes.
there and, take your
Yes.
coffee and sit in the cool grass. And it could be anything that you are afraid to do by yourself.
Yes.
Because I will go have a first class dining experience all by myself, get dressed up, do my makeup, and go to a very nice restaurant and have a
Yes.
very enjoyable meal.
Yes. I mean, we gotta shake the fear
The limiting belief
and the
system.
limits, and community is important, but not if it's holding you back.
Mm,
Your community should always be pushing you forward. Whenever I have conversations with people like Nakia, I'm empowered at the end of the conversation.
same.
Like, I am going to go and finish the things that I needed to do for today that I kind of was like, I'm tired before I got on this call. I'm about to do that because that just from the energy, like she
Hmm.
don't know what I'm about to go do. She didn't say nothing about it, but the energy drives me forward. That's
Yeah.
the community that you need to build is a community that supports you, that propels you forward, that heals you, right?
Hmm.
Because sometimes it's, girl, like, let's talk about this. Something going on. Let's work it out. How can we get past this?
Yes.
Right? So that's what your community should do for you. And if it's not that, then you better dust yourself off,
Reevaluate your community.
reevaluate that community, and go to some things by yourself and meet some new
Yes.
people. Like if I never ventured out by myself, like I haven't solo traveled outside of the country. I have solo traveled in the country. Well, I guess I
Mhm.
kind of sort of outside the country, but me getting up and going to conventions and going to different things um by myself is how I met some of the greatest people that I know in my life.
Yes. That you would have never met had you
Never
not
met.
stepped
Never met him
outside of your
before.
comfort zone.
Never
Like,
met him.
yeah. And that's so important to, and that's enlarging your territory. It's not just about money and property and land. It's about the people that are in it.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
No, it just is I mean, like we had a little get together for you going away. And I mean just we didn't do nothing but sit and eat food and just talk
And
and
talk.
fellowship. That's all
Yeah.
we did. But it was soul filling. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
it's just those things that make life better.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna go for
Okay.
real, because me
Okay.
me and the
We will keep going forever.
me and the kid gonna keep talking because we just enjoy each other's company like that. But
Seriously.
I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for sharing. And y'all better get on this trip. Like I'm sitting up here right now trying to figure out what nickels and quarters I could pull together to go myself. So y'all better figure this out and
Which
get
one
on
you want
this
to go
trip.
on? You want to go to Tokyo? You want to go to
I don't
Japan? You want
know.
to
I
go
kind of want to. So
Kenya?
I've been wanting to go to Africa. So the Kenya trip is kind of like yes, but then when you said about the cherry blossoms in Japan, I'm like,
Oh,
oh, ooh, 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 that's just a beautiful image for me.
oh, I can't.
Um,
Oh, I cannot. This has been a lifelong. You could tell it's like been
yes,
a,
no,
a dream
absolutely.
to get on this bullet train. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
and
so I got to figure some stuff out. That's okay. I
we'll
mean,
talk. We'll talk. We'll
look,
talk.
me and Guy go. I'm an ex guy where I know you be sending the coins where they coming from. God, just make it happen. So again, possibility. You got to put it out into the universe, and we
Yeah.
gonna make that happen. But thank you for being here. Thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys next week.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Prophets in Pajamas podcast. I hope you got some great tips to start working with these. Want to stay connected? Follow me at Your Workflow on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. For more information about creating balance in your life, register for my upcoming calendar detox challenge at CoachDannyD.com. Don't forget to subscribe, join the community, and book a call to find the workflow program that best fits your needs.